All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Ashley Campbell. I'm a physical therapist and the managing editor of the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy. And I am honored to have Michael from Foot Levelers with me here today. This is our very first sponsor spotlight kind of special where you guys get to know our sponsors, why they've partnered with IJSPT, and kind of dig a little deeper into these companies and how they can help your sports medicine practice. So without further ado, I'm going to first let Michael introduce himself, tell us a little bit about who he is, what he does for Foot Levelers, and we'll get into some questions.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Yeah, hi, everybody. I am Michael Barnes. I am the physical therapy account specialist for Foot Levelers. I do everything and anything PT. Reach out to physical therapists daily to make sure that, the ones that are working with us have everything that they need, give them all the support that they need. And of course, now that, we are back in the traveling mode, go and visit as many clinics as I can. So I am here. I'm completely accessible, and I'm looking forward to working with everybody.
And just speaking from personal experience, I actually am a user of Foot Levelers in my private practice. And so I've interacted with Michael, and he's incredibly helpful, as well as the rest of the team over there. So we just have a few kind of questions. We'll converse a little bit. You guys are a founding sponsor of IJSPT. We're super thankful for that. And we just want to know a little bit more about why you selected IJSPT to partner with and kind of give us a little detail on that.
Sure, absolutely. So we're partnering with IJSPT to do what we've done for decades, which is basically further research and education. We support health, we support wellness, and that's what this company is all about. I've always thought that this company, I've never considered myself a salesperson. I've always considered myself an educator, and that's what Foot Levelers does. And, we've been doing this for, almost 70 years, educating people on how custom orthotics can help improve their life, the quality of life, how the feet affect the entire body. That education part actually started in Dubuque, Iowa, back in 1952. Our founder, Dr. Monty Greenwald, he realized that, our philosophy here is the feet is your foundation. And it suddenly clicked to him that, irregularities in your feet go up the kinetic chain, and, all these pains that you're having, whether it's in your knees, your back, your neck, it all starts with your foundation. So, just like a house, if your house is not on a stable foundation, there's instability. So that's how we look at the body. So, getting your feet properly, aligned with orthotics fixes pretty much everything. And, Dr. Monty, he invented a way to balance the body by balancing the feet. And, we've been doing this for 70 years, and we're, keep on trucking.
So obviously you spoke on research, which as a journal, big fans of research. But what else makes you an ideal sponsor for the IJSPT as far as your products and what you can offer the sports PTs that are out there treating patients day to day?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, I thought it was 34, but I just found out today we have 37 research studies that prove, how well our orthotics work and help with all these conditions. And, our products, our services, they provide solutions, conditions that, physical therapists are treating every day. So, here we know that no one's feet are the same. And so what we use is our 3D imaging system. It takes a 3D image of a patient's feet, and we take that, and the lab uses that along with a 16-point proprietary method to create a custom orthotic. So, we are not cookie cutter. We're not that stuff that you get off the shelf at Walgreens or CVS or Walmart. Everything is completely custom. And we have a patent on what we call the 3-arch advantage and the gait cycle system. So we're the only company that has that. Some of these off the shelf orthotics barely cover or barely support 1 arch. We support all 3. And unlike a podiatric model that is hard and stiff and locks your foot into place, our orthotics are flexible. I've got a couple here, I'll show you. But they're flexible because we want to promote movement. We want to promote mobility. Just a few of these that we have, I'll show you. Our most popular one is the N Motion. This is your pretty much go-to orthotic that will fit in practically any shoe that has a removable liner. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing about it, what makes it so popular, is the top layer has silver ions, which keep your feet nice and not stinky,
Right.
wicks away moisture. So, this is the go-to orthotic. But that being said, once again, it's about education. It's about asking your patients what types of shoes they wear, what kind of activities they do. That way we can get the right orthotic into the right shoe for that activity. We've got one called the Fifth Avenue. This is for women's heels. We have one specifically, this is actually one of my favorites. I am a diabetic, so I wear this one all the time. It's called the Elite Comfort. And as
That
you
one
can
has a lot
see,
more cushion, right?
yeah, lots and lots of cushion. So I consider this, when I go to shows, I say this one is walking on pillows. So my favorite. But there are times where I'll need something a little thinner, particularly for running shoes. And we have my next favorites, the XP3 and the XP3 Plus. These are our lightest weight orthotics. The biggest difference in the two is there's just a little bit more cushion in the heel and in the toe off area. Give you a quick story about these. I got my first pair of orthotics about 2 years before I started working for foot levelers. And it was this one, the XP3 Plus. And, the reason why I got it was I was hiking in the mountains here in Roanoke, Virginia, and I started having really bad problems with my left knee. And so, I went to my primary care physician and he gave me medication, which, I don't like taking aspirin, much less anything, for pain. But I went and spent money on Amazon on this contraption to wrap around my knee, thinking it would help me ease my pain, and it didn't. So I went and found a chiropractor, as a matter of fact, who prescribed me these, and within about 2 weeks, no pain at all. So I can say that, it's a testament to these products. It's, using them prior to working for foot levelers, just so great. And as far as the integrity of the product, they last a long time. We recommend that you get a replacement orthotic usually every 2 years, but the Elite Comforts that I have in my shoes, I've had them for 3 years. So, they're made from quality materials, they're patented materials, as a matter of fact, and they're meant to last. So I love them. I use them every day. My wife has them in her shoes. My dad had knee surgery, I think, a year or so ago. I got him a pair. I mean, everybody in my family is wearing these things. So just a great product, and it really does help.
Yeah, I think my athletes really love the flexibility of them, that they're not so rigid. A lot of them have transferred out of a more rigid orthotic. And as a therapist, I prefer that just because I think it's so important that we don't necessarily completely build the ground to the patient, but allow them to, interact with the ground more appropriately, but give that little bit of extra support. And the other nice thing is that they are customizable to the extent of, as a therapist, I may know something about my patient that the scanner may not know.
Yes.
That's important. And I can put that in the notes section when I'm ordering the orthotic for the patient. And when those are built custom for the patient, that gets taken into account. For example, my father is a diabetic, actually lost his great toe a few years back due to some issues there and complications. And so that's an important, obviously they're going to see that on the scanner, but some additional detail about that may be beneficial. And the nice thing is they're not going to just, make it without knowing anything else. They'll reach out to the therapist if there's questions about that. So I think that's great. And again, it shows the integrity. And I honestly think if you check out the website and see the scanner and kind of see everything in action, it's sleek, it's effective. I think it's all great, but more importantly, I think I want to circle around to, and this is important to me and to the journal. We are a little tight-knit family. There is about 5 of us that run IGSBT kind of soup to nuts. We all have other additional full-time jobs. I'm at the clinic right now today. But you and I have spoken in the past, and I've spoken with other members of your team about the importance of kind of that family feel and just being, honorable and doing the right thing and those sorts of things. So I wanted to segue that into kind of why you chose to work for foot levelers, why you're still there, why you get up and do what you do every day.
Oh, sure. So I've been here it'll be 4 years next month. Prior to that, I have spent close to 15 years in the telecommunication industry, and it's just night and day. Walking into this building every day is a wonderful thing. And I've never had, I don't call this a job. I call this my career. Walking in here every day, I want to be here. I want to work. I want to help people. And, to be able to talk to my physical therapist on the phone and get to know them at a personal level. I mentioned earlier about COVID. Last year, we stopped traveling. I believe it was in March or April, and there were no seminars, there were no shows, everything was virtual. And now, getting back out on the road is so awesome. Getting to meet people again, getting to talk to the physical therapist, getting to see their interactions with their patients. That's what I like. That's why I work for Foot Levelers. And when you come into this building, it's crazy. We've got a customer service center that I can see right now through the window. Every single person, when they're on the phone, when they're talking to people, they're smiling. It's a fun atmosphere. I think we have 2 lab technicians that have been here for 30 years. We've got a customer service rep that's been here for 35 years. She's like our go-to person.
She does everything.
Everything. If you need to know something about an orthotic or condition or anything, we go to Mary. Our seminars manager, she, Yolanda, she's been here for 35 years. So there are people that have been here for a long time because they love working here.
Yeah.
And so my point is, I love what I do. I love the customers that I get to see when I go out on the field, when I'm talking to them on the phone. Love coming to work every day, and not a lot of people can say that. And the teams in this building are just remarkable. Customer service, marketing, the executive team is here. Everybody is housed here in this building in Roanoke, Virginia, and it's truly a family atmosphere.
Yeah, and I think you're running a pretty big operation, but with kind of that small family feel and environment, and that has a good trickle down effect to your customers, not only your therapists, your chiropractors, the people who are using your scanners and ordering these orthotics, but that trickle down effect happens all the way to the patients and the clients that are using the product. And I think that's great, that you haven't lost that as a company over time. So I think this kind of segues into my next question I had for you, but maybe you have anything additional to add as far as what makes Foot Levelers special or unique. We talked about the 3-arch system as far as the product, but anything else that really makes you stand out against there's tons of options out there, but anything that makes you guys special, you feel like, in your mind?
Oh, absolutely. So let's say you get this orthotic. Well, we want you to break it in over a 45-day period, because you're putting something in your shoe and you're giving yourself support where you haven't had support in a very long time. So there might be a little discomfort. So we ask that you break it in over 45 days. If after those 45 days it needs to be modified, or let's say you want a lift or a heel cup or what have you, we can do that for free, because we are the only company that has a 1-year 100% manufacturer's guarantee. So if 3 months down the road, your patient comes in and they go, I just don't like this anymore, they get their refund. That being said, we never see these things come back because they work. So that is another great thing about us, our guarantee. And we completely stand by our products. The other thing that is just imminent in this building, and we talk about it every day, our CEO and president, Kent Greenwald, he talks about it every day, is love and service. That's what we're about. That's what that customer service team is about. That's what I'm about. It's ingrained in our DNA. So everything that we do to please our customers, we do it, and their patients. That's, everything that Foot Levelers does is about just improving the quality of life, and our products do that. And, we have a set of core values that we go by every day. Number 1 is what you mentioned earlier, family first. Halloween is just a few weeks away. One of the things that we do on Halloween is we get to dress up. Not many businesses let you dress up in costumes for Halloween, but that's that family aspect. We get to dress up. We get to have a luncheon. Everyone works together in the building. every single team. I can walk into the lab and get help. The lab can come to me and get help. Go to marketing and get help. I mean, it's incredible. And Kent has done a wonderful job at promoting that family atmosphere.
Sure.
One of the other things that's a core value is honesty and integrity. And that shows in the quality of our work. When people come on board here, they are trained like crazy to get stuff, right the first time. And if not, we'll fix it. Accountability, that's another core value we've got. Everybody knows that they're responsible for their own actions, and to make sure that you say you're going to do what you're going to do. Another core value we have, and I think this is one of the most important. I mean, they're all important, but the commitment to our customers. Without our customers, we wouldn't be here. And the last one we have, I got these memorized, by the way. That's why I'm rattling them off. You have to memorize them, because somebody will come up to you and go, "What are our core values?" Getting a little bit better every day. We know that we're not perfect. We know that we're going to make mistakes sometimes, but the point is to take that feedback that we get from people in the building or from you all and just get better. And I'm going to backtrack just a bit. It's another thing I like about being here that falls into why we're special also is our community contributions. Back in 2001, going back a few years, we donated $200,000 to 9/11 relief. Back in 2005, we donated $250,000 to the Red Cross for Hurricane Katrina relief. Even here on a local level, about 2 or 3 years ago, we donated over 300 laptops to the Roanoke City public school system. So, long story short, we are helping the community. We're helping the employees. We're helping you all, and we want to do that. That's why we're here. So we like having you all as part of our family.
Well, we appreciate it. And, as I always like to mention, anytime I have the opportunity to do things like this, is that, the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy is an open access journal, which means that anyone can go read any article we've ever published. That is not a necessarily common thing in the world of sports medicine. In addition, we have basically no fee to publish. We have a application, or not a submission fee when you initially submit to our system. That just handles the electronics of it all, which is $25, just to be completely blunt. It's a one-time $25 fee. To put it in perspective, I've recently published with a group of people in a different journal, and it was $4,000. Once that article was through the peer review process and accepted for publication, in order to get it published, it was a $4,000 fee, which is a lot of money for a therapist or for a researcher. So it's the sponsors and their support and their love and generosity and understanding of how important that is in growing the sports medicine profession, that people have access to research and the ability to disseminate their research appropriately. It's you guys, foot levelers, and everyone else on our sponsor levels that make that possible. So we're super thankful for having people who really can wrap their head around that and understand that it's more than just a business. Like, yes, there's business to anything that we do. That's how the world goes around. But, we're the majority of us are in it for the greater good and to kind of continue growing as individuals to help our patients. So I have a few we got to make this more on a personal level. Okay. We heard a lot about foot lovers, all great, but I have a couple little questions for you.
Sure.
Have nothing to do with physical therapy.
So I want
to see what your answers are. So if you had to watch one movie for the rest of your life over and over again, it's the only movie you could ever watch, what would you pick?
Oh my God, that's easy. I saw this movie this past weekend. I hummed the theme song to my son, who has a shark, and he takes it towards me humming the theme song. Jaws.
What?
Absolutely, Jaws.
Honestly,
I've seen that movie every summer. We go to Topsail Island in North Carolina. Every summer for vacation for the past 10 years. So I know that every summer for the past 10 years, I've seen that movie. So that's 10 times.
10 times.
Not to mention the probably 50 times I have seen that additionally. So yeah, by far, Jaws. I could quote dialogue all day.
Okay. All right. I think if you had to say which movie have you seen the most, I think mine might be The Hangover. I don't know.
Okay.
I would probably go comedy, but all right, so that's good. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Okay, you got a heads up. You can have 3 people that you have on like your team to fight the zombies. It
Yes.
doesn't. They can be friends. They can be famous people, celebrities. Who's going to be on your team?
Zombie apocalypse. Who's on my team? Okay. Number one, Bruce Willis, because
Okay.
he's John McClane. He's
Yeah,
Die Hard. He can whip some butt.
fair.
Number two, Jimmy Buffett, because I need somebody there with me. I need music. I have seen Jimmy Buffett 43 times in
Oh
concert.
my goodness.
Yeah, starting in 1993.
Okay.
And lastly, Betty White, because she can't die.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I need to give that one maybe some more thought. But I just saw Buffett for my first time ever this year, this summer in Nashville.
Yeah.
So very good. Check that off the bucket list.
Got it. Nice.
All right. I think maybe let's see. I got a couple lists here. You're in jail, death row. I don't know what you did, man, but last meal, what's it gonna be?
Oh, well, usually they get to eat a lot of stuff and it's your last meal. So, large bottle of Perrier, because I don't like soda. I have to have bubbly water.
Okay.
And then my favorite foods, which are pulled pork, crab cakes, and bacon wrapped scallops. That's it.
Okay. All right. All right. Last question. I got it. I can't let this one go. All right. Okay. You have to lick a doorknob at either McDonald's or Burger King. Which one do you lick?
Well, based on the sign that's usually up at McDonald's saying they serve 6 trillion people, obviously they have more people going to their restaurants than Burger King. So I think it'll be safer to lick a doorknob at Burger King.
Okay.
That being said, I'd rather lick the doorknob at Chick-fil-A because you know it's clean.
I know. That's why I didn't give you that as an option. So. Okay. Anything else that you'd like to add before we kind of close out today?
That's a great way to close. But I will say, you know, once again, it's an honor to partner with you all. And, you know, I am completely accessible. If anyone ever has any questions for me, I know you have my contact information, but give me a call. If you have questions, you want to talk, that's what I'm here to do. Yeah.
And I'll put your contact information up here at the close. Again, coming from personal experience, I would strongly encourage anyone who's even considering it to just give Michael a call, ask your questions, kind of see what your options are. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And again, you know, yes, it's a business. Yes, it's a potential revenue stream, all of those things. But again, it's something that could potentially improve the quality of life of many, if not all of your patients or your clientele. And we have great core values backing it up. And we really appreciate your support of the journal. And look forward to continuing to work with you for years to come. So I appreciate your time, Michael. And without further ado, I'll close this out, put your information up, and hopefully we'll be talking again soon.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Have a good day.
Thank you.